This is video number 2 for the Go book. We're on Word Chapter 3, Project A, and we're on page 249, Activity 3.10, Managing and Modifying Sources for a Document. On the References tab, click Manage Sources, and in the entry for Sopal, which we're going to have to, not sure where that went. Let's try that again. Okay, it's back. On the left, we want to take the entry for Sopal and select it. Actually, I'm going to do the one from the current list over here and click on Edit. And it said it should have a T there instead of an S. And put a T in, click OK. And we'll update both of them. And then we'll click on Close. And now if you go to the works cited, you notice it did not get corrected, and that's the thing about this. You have to refresh it if any changes are made after you insert it. So let's right click on it and say Update Field, and the T changes to an S, or the S changes to a T. And they went back to single spacing. So let's grab them again and go to Home and choose double spacing. And we need to do the space after, I guess, to 0 as well. Okay, and now we're on page 250, activity 3.11. I want to do Control Home to go to the top of the document. And click the View tab, and we want to go to the Show Group, and we want Navigation pane. And on the right end of the Search document box, which is right here, click the Search for More Things arrow, and it gives us a choice of things to look for. And we want to look at Footnotes and Endnotes, and it'll take us to the first footnote. And when it says result 1 of 2, we want to click on the down arrow. That'll move us to the next footnote, which is right here. They're kind of skinny, so it doesn't show up very well, but there's a gray box there. And now we want to go back here, and we want to choose Go To. And we want to choose Page and Page Number. We're going to type in the number 4 and hit Enter, or click on Go To. And it will take us to page 4. And we'll close that. Now we're in activity 3.12 at the bottom of page 250. We want to do Control Home to go to the top of the document. And click the File tab, and this brings up what they call Backstage View. And they want us to mess with the document properties. I'm always going to skip that because I don't think that's something you're really going to do. And so we'll just go back here. We'll close the navigation pane over here on the left side. And activity 3.13 at the bottom of page 251 is reading mode. So we'll do Control Home like they tell us to. We're still at the top. And in the View tab, one of our options is reading mode, or read mode. And go ahead and select that. And this is something you'd probably more likely use on a tablet, I think, if you were trying to read a book. It eliminates scrolling, and when you click or tap on the arrow, it's like turning the page in a book. And as we scroll backwards here, one thing it says to notice is that the footnote and the superscript and the actual footnote content are kept on the same page when you go to reading view. Here's footnote number 1 is up here, and the text of the footnote is down here. Okay, I want to click on Tools here, and we want to click on Find, and we want to type the name Topol. So let's type that in here. And it searches for us, and it finds 3 instances of the word, and it highlights them in yellow. These are the first 2. And if we scroll a little further, there's the 3rd one down in the bibliography. Okay, and in the upper left corner it says click on View and check out your options here. And what we want is we want to go back to edit the document, and we'll close the navigation window. And they also show us how to create a PDF here. We're at the top of page 253 now, number 1. Save your document, so we will save it. And click the File tab. And we want to close the document, but we want to leave Word open. You could also do a Control W to close the document. And do a Control F12 to get the File Open dialog box. And we want to find W3A PDF. Okay, that one is already created for us. Open that up. And if you get this message here, click on OK. And it will open up the document in Word for us. Sometimes this works okay, but it seems like the more complex your document is, the worse it is. So let's click on Enable Editing here. And then we get this box again, and I'm not sure why it's doing this again, but it is. And in the newsletter heading, change the volume number to 3. So volume 3. Insert a footer. So let's go to the Insert tab here and go to Footer, and go down to Edit Footer. And then we're going to insert we're not doing the file name. So last name, first name, 3A, PDF, reflow. And close the header and the footer. It says press F12 to display the Save As dialog box, or just go to File here and do Save As. And we want to go to the same place here, and we're not using the folder they said. We're just putting it back in the same place. And we're going to call this last name, first name, 3A, PDF, reflow. And click on save. And then we can close. And that's the end of project 3A.